Are we live?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Are we live right now? Are we going live? Hey, everybody! What's going on? Happy Tuesday. Look at this. We're all festive today and everything. This is, oh, I should probably get out of your way. Look at this. We're all super festive today. We're getting ready for the holiday season. Some of the most exciting times of the year for us here at Siser. But just wanted to kick off the live and let you kind of know what we're going to be doing in this live, because I'm not going to be going to a ton of comments for this one. I want to get a bunch of projects done. We're going to do a bunch of holiday style fun stuff, give you guys some great ideas. Trev has us hooked up on all viewing angles that you could possibly get of the cutter, of the press, of the me. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram. Hi everybody, chime in, let us know where you're watching from. I'm going to quickly peruse around the room and then we're going to get into the live today. So hanging out on YouTube and Facebook, making sure that the cameras are all shooting the appropriate stuff that you guys like to see so you can get some cool ideas, is Trev. Say hi, Trev.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Small delay, that's okay, that's all right. Hanging out on Instagram, monitoring comments, and also setting up Instagram camera for us today is back in studio for this one after a couple of weeks. Chloe is hanging out. Say hi, Chloe.
Hi, everyone.
And you know the maestro of words, the epitome of all things calligraphy. They didn't go hand in hand. You guys know what I'm talking about. Adam's hanging out, monitoring comments. Say hi, Adam.
Hey everyone.
And then it goes without saying, 1, 2, and 3.
Hi, Anna.
Anna's hanging out in studio with us as well. And I have a friend over in the chair today. You guys can't really see him, but that's okay because he's reading away at a book right now. And this is some pretty good reading. What is this one? Okay. It's A Couple Weeks with a Princess. It's a good book. But I think it's Christmas themed because it's a yellowish gold cover. But that's cool. Whatever. Either way. All right. So we'll quickly go in, see where you guys are watching in from. And then I want to hop directly into the live because it's actually going to be, it's kind of attached to something that's going to be coming out very, very soon. And there's a lot to get through. So really quick, let's go over to YouTube and Facebook, see who's chiming in while Chloe's getting Instagram comments up. Trev?
We got Denise Barber on YouTube says hello.
Hey, hello.
Trish Morden says hello from the mitten.
Hello from the mitten. Where are you at in the mitten, Trish? Are you close?
Well, I'm sure we'll find out in what's the delay.
What's the delay? Yeah, in about a minute and a half we'll find out.
We got Stamp in the Hood says hi from California.
Hey.
We got over on Facebook, Amanda likes your shirt.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It lights up, and I appreciate that you accept it because I'm probably going to wear it at home too. So no big deal.
Great. We got Rita Smith.
Hey.
Says, hey, Patrick.
Hello. All right, so let's hop over from there. Let's go over to Instagram, see who's chiming in over on Instagram.
All right. Promo Vinyls says, Patrick, OMG, what an amazing t-shirt.
Hey, thank you so much. This, I will say really quick, I did not make this. However, I have deconstructed it with my crafter brain. So maybe we'll have to make a video on actually how to make your own one of these. So, yeah.
Gloria says hi.
Hello.
From Mexico.
I
Shell
love it.
says hello from Atlanta.
Hey. Winnipeg.
Venezuela.
And Venezuela.
Yeah.
Wow, we're all over. Listen,
all over.
We're global today. I'm happy with that. All right, so let's hop into the live. So, Adam, did you do the blog, or is Lily did that one? Lily did this one, okay, because Adam's doing them too. So Lily has an incredible blog that's coming out soon, right? Do we have a date on it yet? Wednesday, as in tomorrow Wednesday or next Wednesday? This is awesome. Okay, this is so perfect. The timing, not the fact that Anna had also structured all of this, so she already knew and I didn't know. Awesome. All right, so blog's coming out tomorrow. It's an awesome blog, and I want to read it really quick. It's a gift guide blog that will be covering a few different categories of gift ideas and things that you can make. And I'm going to go over the categories really quickly, and then what I think we do is we just pop around, see what your guys' favorite categories are, see what our favorite categories are, maybe make a project or 2 or 3. All right? So anyways, in the blog itself, these are the 5 categories for the gift guide giving season this year. We have constantly cozy. I love that one because that's your sweatshirts. Cozy. Chloe's got a sweatshirt on. Anna's got a sweatshirt on. Trev's got a sweatshirt on. Our mystery guest has a Carhartt on, that counts. And Adam has a sweatshirt behind him on the couch. So that's perfect. And then fuzzy socks and scarves. That's pretty cool. So check it out. Yohan, hanging out with us in the live this week again, is wearing some really cool socks. These are actually made with glitter as well. And then here's a little scarf, little snowman scarf. And it looks like that there's some glitter, some strip flock. And then, is that Puff on there? That is Puff. That is Puff. I like it. I like it. Perfect. So a couple of cool ideas for Constantly Cozy. Next category is Happy Host. Now, I have a feeling that everybody's got that person in their family that is like the host of the holidays. Everybody in this room probably has that person that literally like makes up the holiday for everybody. You go to their house, they got the whole spread out. But these include, but not limited to, wine glasses, wine bags, wine tags. So anything drink related, having some fun, getting loose on the holidays and enjoying the family, or finding out what the family can cook up as far as arguments. Sports are a great one. Politics, we know all the basics for the holidays. Charcuterie boards made with scorch markers. That's actually a really cool one. I love that. This is actually a project that was done. Was this last Christmas, Anna, that you did this one? Okay, because this thing has been around for a while, and that's the reason I was mentioning it. This is actually just a piece of wood, raw wood, and then it is done with PSV. You did the stencil, correct? Then filled it in with the scorch markers. I was going to say, if you drew all this out with scorch markers, you should have lied to me and said you did.
I definitely didn't.
She did not. All right, cool, perfect. With that. And then filled in with scorch markers, and then using a heat gun to actually scorch the thing. Is your name on this one? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's my special gift to Santa. That's my little cookie.
There we go. Well, we'll set it out here for the live. But remember this, if you guys don't have a heating element at home, you guys have the best heating element in the entire world, probably sitting at your house in your craft room. It's called a heat press. You can use the heat press, and if I'm not mistaken, this one is actually made with the heat press, right? Beautiful. So this one, actually, I'm going to put this out. We're going to just build a little scene here throughout the live. All right, next one we have, which is one of my favorite ones, is Sweet Tooth. Now, these are for anybody that has the candy, the cookie parties. There's like mugs for the hot cocoa. Actually, these are really cool. I pulled this out earlier, so I'm going to set this down for the old Santa Claus. Let's go for Santa is milk. Let's do that one for now. And then also you have things like, I like the sugar cookie kit mason jar one. Is that the snowman guy, right? Cool. The snowman one, which we're going to put just to the side here, but I also have another one that I thought was pretty cool, really cool idea. Check this out. For the kids, you can make a little, I'm not going to say the name of what it is, but hot chocolate, hot cocoa kit, just kind of all put together. Just a little cellophane, little cardstock, that right there, a little HTV or a little PSV. That's the way to do it. Okay, next one is for everybody out there that's a travel fanatic, the people that literally travel everywhere around the country. And I'm going to point this direction too. You'll know why I said that in a minute, but everybody that travels all around the country, all around the world, and some of our international friends, right? You're traveling around for the holidays, going to see family. That doesn't mean that you just travel domestic. Sometimes we travel internationally. So we have some really cool options. Examples, should I say, for travel. Check this out, little passport holder for the traveler in your life. Really quick, easy project. This is literally a couple buck passport holder and some simple HTV on it. And I think actually, that's Aurora, right? On that one? It looks like Aurora to me. I like it, I like it. So this is simple. I grab one little tiny, and you don't even need a big sheet, right? I grabbed a scrap. You can grab a scrap to make something like this. So a great option. And then we all know that one person that has literally everything, and it's impossible to make them anything. So for the one who has everything, a couple of things that you'll see on there, and what I love is the customized holiday cards and gift card holders. A lot of times we don't know what the heck to do with these things, so it makes a ton of sense. And then also too, for the one that has everything, I don't know about you guys, but I always think too, we can even go back to a happy host of a wine bag, and a nice bottle of wine always works as well too. So that's the thing, is that these are all in little categories and categorize themselves, but they can all work together to have a really cool holiday gift, option. a holiday gift opportunity for you, or just making your friends and family a little bit happier. So what we're gonna do really quick is I want you guys to go. The categories are Constantly Cozy, Happy Host, Sweet Tooth, Travel Fanatic, and then last but not least, the one who has everything. You guys chime in into the comments on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. What are some of your favorites, or maybe what is your focus this holiday season? And what of these projects are you thinking about incorporating? It doesn't have to be exact. You can see on the wall, there's a ton of different cards that have been made with various heat transfer vinyls, pressure sensitive vinyls, and stuff like that. So let's really quick, we're gonna go over the Instagram comments while you guys are chiming in, just see who else is popping in and saying hi, if there's any questions, and then we're gonna get to the next part of this live. So Chloe, what do we got?
Hello, girls.
Hey, hey.
Kristen said she's in the comments.
Hi, Kristen.
Soka says, love using scraps.
Yes, that is the best.
Shoot, I did the live. Michelle said, we got some people chiming in with their picks. Constantly Cozy.
I like Constantly Cozy is a good one.
The one who has everything.
Okay.
And then they all disappeared because I left the live.
Okay, so
waiting for more comments.
just so you guys know, Chloe ditched you guys. I didn't.
LOL.
LOL. All right, Trev, while she's getting that back up, let's go over really quickly to Facebook and the tubes and see what the folks are saying.
You know, I've got nothing on Facebook so far.
Oh, wow. Guys, come on.
And nothing on YouTube.
All right, so here's what you...
we do have, hello Patrick, love the shirt, and it looks great on you.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate this. I feel like this is going to be my fit for the holiday season.
That should be your all year round fit.
Okay, well, you guys let me know. I'm going to commit to it right now. Amanda, close your ears really quick. If you guys like the fit, if you like the sweater, maybe I'll have to do a new one each week for December. Do I do that?
Do you really want to commit to that one?
I'm down if you guys are down. Is everybody down? I get mixed reviews in the room. People aren't liking it. I got one okay.
I think you definitely have to recreate that sweatshirt.
Okay.
If anything, because there's lots of love for it in the comments.
Okay, how about we'll do that then? Trev, Chloe, one of you, we'll just commit to it now. We're going to do a video. Yeah, you're like, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
All right, and Anna, that's what I'm bringing to the meeting today. Woohoo! One of my ideas. All right, cool. So maybe we'll make one. But maybe I'll commit to wearing a different one every week. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Michelle Lane, sorry. I just like put in a T in your name, sorry about that. They say that comfy cozy.
Comfy cozy. All right, perfect. Well, let me ask you this. Chloe, what do you think? What's one of your faves?
My favorite,
So you got comfy
currently
cozy, the happy host, the sweet tooth, the travel fanatic, and then the one who has everything.
Currently, I am currently cozy. I
Okay.
have a blanket and I'm sitting
Jesus.
here. But sweet tooth. I mean, who doesn't love
You can't go wrong.
sweets? And,
I like.
and fun little things to put the sweets in.
I like it. I like it. Trev, what about you?
Oh, I'm voting.
Yeah.
The happy host.
Happy host?
Go with
Okay.
that one.
All right, perfect. I like that. The wine bag, the wine glass. This one's really nice. I like.
It's because his name's on the charcuterie board.
Yeah, that's what it was. Just because his name was on the charcuterie board. That's still good. All right. Anyway.
We got a
put that
vote from Denise Barber, says Sweet Tooth. On
Awesome,
YouTube,
awesome.
Joyce Adams also says Sweet Tooth.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna pick one, and I think I'm gonna do a project. Is that cool with you guys? Do a quick little project, show the people some fun stuff. And then we haven't gone to you guys yet. So Anna and Adam, will you guys pick a category for me? Is that cool?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go really quick, just because I have this in my brain and I don't want you guys to take my idea. I'm gonna go. Let's go like a keepsake. Let's go something keepsake, which that would fall under what? Travel fanatic or kind of happy host, because you can like set it out as like an ornament. So it's kind of a mid category, but I'm gonna go like a keepsake, something that's fun. And I just got, listen, guys, I just got family pictures done, so I want to show you the fam. All right, anyways, let's go to Anna. What do you think? You pick the next one for us. What are we gonna do?
I'm big in the for the one who has everything, because all of the people I know have a lot of things, and
Judy?
I like. But I'd rather those people be able to pick out something they like, so I'm a big gift card giver.
I like that. I actually think that's smart. Is like giving a gift card, just let them get whatever they want and then call it a day.
And I know they'll like it.
That's it. Adam, what about you? What are you thinking?
Well, we did gift cards so much that we actually banned them in our house.
Really?
So we're doing a cookie exchange. Actually.
I like. Okay, so cookie
I'd
exchange.
say Sweet Tooth.
Okay, so sweet tooth. Okay, well, I got some projects. So here's what I'm gonna do. I got a little tiny like ornament. This is also could be a bag tag. This could also be throw it at your younger brother or sister. Don't actually do that, kids. But you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make a little keepsake thing out of this. So I'm gonna put that down first. And let's do, for cards, let's go, maybe we do, ooh, I'm gonna show you guys how to do something with cardstock and printed patterns. Stick around. Let me grab some cardstock out.
And you are not wrong. Please.
There you go, right there. I keep getting hung up on this printer back here. All right, so we're gonna do something cardstocky and gift cards, and then we're gonna do for Adam. Let's go. Let's see what we got.
Sally G has also offered to have Adam join her cookie decorating party.
Yes, please.
This one good, Adam?
Perfect.
Something like that? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a cauldron. This is when Anna said she wants a gift card of Total Wine. This is her cup, just so you know. Okay, so anyways, let's get out of
I
time.
like that. I like the lid on top. That's nice.
Yeah, a little lid, there you go. Whoop. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna do mine first really quick because I have a cute idea. So we'll hop into Leonardo Design Studio. Just so you guys know, we're using the Juliet high definition cutter. We're using the craft press, the 9x11, and then we're also inside Leonardo Design Studio. So we're gonna pop in there really fast. I already have my picture in mind that I wanted, but I'm gonna show you how to break it down. So I'm just gonna import my photo, and I'm gonna bring it in as a print and cut. Oh, they're so cute. Yep, they are very, very cute, and I appreciate that. They make me look a lot better than I look. No. She's gonna love it. Because I got there's another gift idea for her. So we'll just hang this up on the tree. But I'll take a picture of it, prove to you guys. I'm hanging it up on the tree this year. So when I get through my print then cut screens in Leonardo, so what we did is we imported our file, a PNG or a JPEG, and then we're going to get up to the cut contour screen. Now, you guys normally will either leave this at 0, or a lot of you may actually use the contour offset, and be able to like draw a white border around your design. Well, we're actually gonna use a newer feature inside Leonardo within the last couple of updates on the screen, which is now an inset. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the inset button, and what this will do, let me zoom way in here at one of the edges of my picture. All right, so there's a small blue perforated line here, but actually if you watch when I move my contour offset, it actually brings this line into my image. Now, the reason why I'm doing this at this stage is that once I get my design all set up inside Leonardo and I'm ready to actually print it out on our easy color material that we're gonna be using on our Canon printer, and then I'll be able to actually cut my image out to fit onto my little ornament, but I'm gonna show you kind of a shortcut because that seems like a lot of steps in between. So what we're gonna do is hit finish. Our image will actually come into Leonardo Design Studio. The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove my print and cut job, and I'm just gonna bring in my image as a regular background image, okay? Now the first thing I need to make sure that I'm doing is I need to size my ornament or my piece that I'm gonna actually apply my easy color onto. An easy way to do that, if I had a ruler around here, oh, here we go. I have some transfer tape. Now, transfer tape is in a 1" by 1" grid. So, remember, being resourceful and using the tools that you have, I can put my ornament down and line it up on the edge, and I'm about 1, 2, 3 inches, about 3 inches until I actually hit this little key notch right here, this little piece for a tag, a ribbon, whatever it may be. So I'm gonna go about 3 inch, and then I'm gonna turn this to the side, and that's about a 3 by 2.5 inch space that I need to be able to fill with my easy color. So I'm gonna simply go into Leonardo Design Studio, build a simple square, or a simple rectangle, square, whatever it may be, and then I'm gonna go down onto my Properties tab, and I'm gonna actually change the sizing for 2.5 across by 3 long. All right, so let's go ahead and do our width will be 2.5, and then our height will be 3 inches. And then this is about the space that I'm going to be able to fill in with this ornament. So what I need to do is I need to make sure that when I place this on my design, that everybody is going to fit within the design, because you guys know, we don't want to leave anybody out. We don't want to exclude anyone. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to highlight not only my image, but also my shape as well. Head on down to my stamp tool, which will keep, I'm sorry, not the stamp tool. I apologize, guys. All right, let's go to common shape. Intersect. Okay, cool. Common shape or intersect, basically taking a shape and then converting the background image into that shape is what we essentially just did. And then what I can go ahead and do is I can highlight this. I can go back to my build contours, set it up as a print and cut. Everything else from here I'm okay with. And I'm just going to hit apply, which will then create a print and cut image for me one more time. Now, you guys know within Leonardo Design Studio that the registration marks will automatically snap around your image. Well, they're a very specific distance from your actual image itself, and that can be shown to you when you go to your artboard menu and then go to your mark spacing. They're about 0.42 or 492, so just under a half an inch is where those actual registration marks are. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change that to 0.125, which now you'll see the registration marks get closer to my image. With that, there is an easier way to do this if I'm making more than one ornament. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just hit my page marks. So then my registration marks are in the appropriate place. If I'm using Leonardo Design Studio Basic, what I can do is I can go ahead and copy and paste, and I can fit all of my images. And how I like to do this to speed up the process, guys, is I like to add in my first row of images, align that so I know that it's going to actually cut directly through the middle of both of those images or those pictures. Then once I group that together and center it, now all I have to do is copy and paste, and I can create multiples of my one design. Now, if you are a Leonardo Design Studio Pro user, you guys already know that you can take your one image, select it, come down to your tile array button, and then I can auto fit my image onto my sheet as well. So that's what we're going to be doing here. And then what I'm going to do is group these together and then center them. And then the next thing that I have to do when I want to go and actually execute a print is I have to set my printer up. So I'm going to go to the artboard and cutting mat options, go down to the printer button. And then from there, I'll make sure I have my that one is the TS9500, which is perfect. And we're just using standard letter size sheets. Now that I have my printer set up and I've selected OK, I can select my entire group of images and registration marks, hit send design. And just like that, let me go ahead and just adjust these a little bit and a little bit there. OK. So now that I have this set up, I can go ahead and hit print. And then that's going to go and print on the Canon right behind me. Oops, let me put in some easy color. Where's the easy color at? And I'm printing one out without printing one. No big deal. There it is. This is what happens when you pile too much stuff into your, I'm going to call it the mystery Santa sack down here of Calyx Cube. All right. What do we got in the comments while we're waiting for this to print out really quick? Any comments we can go to?
We had some people chiming in upstairs of which category they like the best. There was a lot of comfy cozy.
Listen, if you go upstairs and you hang out for a day, there's a lot of comfy cozies up there. They're all got blankets on. It gets cold in here sometimes, guys.
Andrew chimed in and said he was making some custom glassware for Christmas this year.
Ooh, I like. That's awesome. Very cool. What do we got over on Instagram? People chiming in? People saying anything?
Yeah, we had someone in the comments looking for things with school or teacher related things.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Definitely check out Leonardo Design Studio
Yes.
for that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Make sure that you're traveling through Leonardo Design Studio, especially on the design library is a great resource for you to have just a ton of different inspirations, different projects. And then we always have the inspiration tab too, which is where you can draw a lot of those inspirations from. So let me just double check. Ooh, perfection. Okay, so now that I have my page printed right here, I'm going to go ahead and grab, dude, did I not bring a mat either? Chloe, can you grab me a mat really quick? All right, we're gonna go, while we're waiting for the mat for this one, I'm gonna head over and start setting up the next project. 'Cause I think that this is a pretty cool project that you can do at home. And I've already started with bringing up a holiday gift card holder, okay? Now there's a couple of different things that we're actually going to be doing with this, is we're gonna bring a pattern into Leonardo Design Studio, cutting a pattern just on our own, and so we're gonna show you not only how to create your own, well, not create your own pattern, but bring your own pattern into Leonardo, and then also be able to print and then cut, out your image. So we're essentially doing a print then cut, but not really. We're printing out a pattern, and then we're going back in Leonardo using our SVG to actually cut out the slots and things that we need for our card. So while that, right before we get into that, let me go ahead and just line this up on here.
It's definitely chiming. Using recipe cards,
Ooh,
towels, and aprons.
I like that.
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a really, really good idea. All right, so now that we have our mat loaded up, you guys already obviously know this process with the cutters in the software, but what I'm doing is I'm loading my Easy Color onto my mat, and I'm bringing that blade into the bottom left-hand corner of my material. Now there's a little registration mark, there's a little 90-degree angle registration mark. The goal is to get the blade somewhere right in the middle of kind of that 1 inch by 1 inch square. The camera will do the rest of the work. I just like to get it as close to the edge or the corner as I possibly can. Let me just make sure that I'm doing a quick adjustment on my cut settings, because I've used Easy Color many times and I already have that kind of set up. Now back into Leonardo Design Studio, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down just a little bit again, and then center that. Okay. Now I'm gonna go down to my cut file itself, and we're gonna get going on actually cutting out my Easy Color DTV. Now I'm gonna do this 2 different ways. I'm going to cut it out with the cutter itself, but I wanna show you guys as well, once it's done cutting out all my images, just cutting one with a pair of scissors as well. Showing you guys that you can use just a simple pair of scissors at home. You don't have to have anything fancy. Obviously, cutters are great to have around. They make the process super fast, so awesome gift idea. But we can just use scissors for a lot of these projects, especially when we're using heat transfer materials like an Easy Color. So now I have my design all done. It is cut. Now all I have to do is weed it out, which the cool part about Easy Color, let me grab a corner really quick. All right. Okay, so with the Easy Color DTV, let me make sure I don't rip it, because I think my cut setting was just a little bit off, but that's okay. All right. Okie dokie artichoke. So we got that. Let me just go ahead and trim this up a little bit, because I did make it slightly big as far as where my actual registration marks were. So I went back in and I did some manipulation to the other file, which then I came back and I didn't do it right. But that's okay. So look at this. We got scissors. We're making this fast. We're making this efficient for everybody. And now what I can do is take my image. You like the image? Thank you. All right, now I can take my image, put it onto, what are we calling this? Are we calling this a bag tag, wood bag tag, ornament? Bag tag, ornament. If it's bag tag, it fits in travel, guys. If it's an ornament, that can be comfy, cozy, that could be happy host, that could be sweet tooth. This could just be a little cutesy thing that you give to somebody. So with that, I'm gonna take my ornament down here on the actual press itself. And what I'm gonna do first, before we get into anything, I'm going to adjust my press. Now, for a lot of you guys at home, when you adjust your press, you do like the twist and then apply, twist and apply. Here's the easy way to do it. I can simply take my press, turn it all the way up, push it down, and then just twist until it stops, until it's hand tight. And then I know that I've gotten enough pressure onto the actual item that I'm pressing onto. So with that, let's go ahead and just take our piece, lay it down on the wood, and as you can see, it kind of naturally lays down on its own. Take a piece of parchment paper, lay it on top, and then heat apply it. Now, for anything that's going on wood or harder surfaces, you don't necessarily need that full like 8 to 10 seconds that we recommend for garments. It will apply, actually here, I'll give it to you on the heat press. Yeah, I'm there, Trev. So it will actually apply to wood without any issue. It's just, you just have to get it enough to where the actual adhesive will melt slightly so that'll absorb and then stay permanent. on there. So this is number one. We've gotten that project done. Number two is going to be, should I do Adam's or do yours first, Anna? You pick. Do Adam's? Okay, cool. So Adam's is a fun one. I love this idea, especially we have cookie parties in our family too. And I will say that every year there's usually a graveyard of Tupperware. Is it Tupperware or is it Tupperware? It's Tupper, T-U-P-P, right? Tupperware, not Tupper. No bees. Throwing bees at me, guys. Can't do that. Throwing bees at me. All right, so with that, this is a really cool little just item. This is from a retail store. I always hesitate to say where I get stuff from. This is from just your local retail store that's blue and yellow and cheap. Anyways, rolling back prices, whatever. So with that said, this is like $2 for this thing, and it can make your cookie party that much more fun. We actually went to a birthday party of friends of ours. Their youngest had a birthday party. She had a whole like Starbucks themed birthday party, which was kind of cool. But all of these were like filled with candy, and there was some that was filled with like Starbucks. It was awesome. So anyways, we got that. We're gonna hop into Leonardo Design Studio. I actually already have this one. Thank you to Adam. I already have this one prepared. I appreciate you, sir. But we're gonna do just this cute little snowman face. I think it's awesome, but I want to show you a different technique that we've shown you before, and I know we've shown you this before, but using that parchment paper efficiently to do multi-layers of pressure-sensitive materials, and then being able to apply everything in one shot on your actual item, as opposed to having to do layer by layer by layer by layer, because you know, I know, we all know it's a pain in the butt. However, what I do is anytime that I do a project, I like to bring my actual project and just kind of blow it up on screen for me inside Leonardo. It just allows me to make sure that all the different layers that I'm stacking them up appropriately. So with that, go ahead. Oh, actually, hold on here. You can hand me those. No, so for the mystery chair. Okay, well, listen. It's his first time. He's trying to read right now. He's deep in thought into this book he's got going. All right, so we have all of our pieces of our design cut. Now this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layer pressure sensitive or PSV design. So we have all of our different layers, and what I like to do first is just organize my layers. So I know on my design inside Leonardo that my eyes, or like the black contour portion, is going to be my base layer. This will be my bottom layer. And then from there, I know that there's a couple of things that need to stack on top of that. So I have some blue eyes that will go on top. Then I have some white part of the eyes, plus the little light accents in the eyes themselves will go on top of that. And then the cheeks and the nose kind of go on separately, but our mouth or our tongue has to go on as well. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we're going to start one by one. And I'm just going to clear some space here on the table. Trev, I'll try to go right in front of the press if that works for you. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my parchment paper and I want to line it up on one of my bigger items of my design themselves. And I just want to cut this to size just to make it work for me. So I have this piece, and then I'm going to cut off a couple of smaller pieces as well because we'll need these in a moment to help us line up some other portions of our design. Now, we do need some transfer tape, so I have some easy PSV transfer tape right here. I'm gonna take my transfer tape, I'll put it down on the table, and because we have our biggest item that will be our base to this, I'm gonna actually use this to measure and cut out my transfer tape itself. So let's go ahead and cut that, and then just doing a rough around the actual design. I don't have to be perfect with it. Remember, with transfer tape, if we waste some of it, we may waste some of it, but it's better to make sure you have enough than too little, and then you guys know you're layering transfer tape on top of each other to try to get one piece. It's a mess. You guys already understand that. It's the holidays. We're trying to have fun. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to take my transfer tape and rip it off. You guys already know, hamburger, hot dog, it's up to you, whatever you choose. I go hot dog style, hamburger style is this way, and the only reason I say that is because I learned these two in school, and they still don't make sense, because this is technically taco or hot dog style. You just turn it to the side. So there's two ways to apply transfer tape to a PSV. You can go from the center and then roll your transfer tape down, or you can go edge to edge. So you can apply one edge down and then just roll it into the design. I like to go center, as you guys know. So I'm gonna put it right there, smack dab in the center, and I'm gonna use my hand to just rub down the transfer tape onto my adhesive. All right. And then let's see how good Adam's cuts are. Look at that, Adam. Proud of you, man. I mean, if it couldn't have been any more dialed in. Now, what I told you guys we were gonna do is we were gonna layer multiple onto one, but somebody decided to mask the black before they did anything else. So we're gonna actually just apply this one down. Yeah, hey, when you say I knew that, that's when you say something. It's all right. No, I'm kidding. We're all playing around here. So with that, I got the black side down. It's all right, though. We can still show you how to do the other layers to then lay down on your base, and we'll just make sure all of those are aligned. So on my actual item itself, now this is a plastic, but they come in glass. They come in a bunch of different things. Make sure that you're at least wiping it down first with a little rubbing alcohol, get the extra residue, any dust, because sometimes these sit on a shelf for a little while. And there's two ways you can do this. For something that's rounded, I can set it down on its base like this, and I can apply this way to start, or I can set it down this way and apply it. Now, what I like to do when I am applying is I use not only, I can use the top to kind of hold it, but also if you have your scissors hanging around, just take the actual item itself. Oh yeah, do you have a squeege down there? Because that's the end all be all for me right there. Or, check this out. Thanks to Chloe, throwing the squeeger over here. Guys, I don't think a lot of you realize this thing has a ridge in it. And this ridge, if you lay it down, a lot of times can help you to at least keep your item from like rolling all over the table and create an absolute mess. Not only does it work for that, it also works for what its purpose is, and that is transferring PSV. So with that, I'm gonna lay down my cookie jar. Make sure that it's centered. I don't like to go on any seams of the jar itself. I don't like the way it looks. Some of you do, it's all right. You put it wherever you want, but we're just gonna start and lay that down and roll it from the center out to the edges. So check that out. So I just laid it down, I started at the center, and then I rolled it to the edges. Now what I'm gonna do with my squeege is I'm gonna start from the center, and I always like to pick a section of my design. So if you guys notice, the bottom of this cookie jar itself has a rounded edge, and I may have to maneuver and work some of the transfer tape to make sure that it actually fits the edge or the rounded portion of this. So I like to go high first on my designs, especially finding the flattest point before I go down to the actual mouth itself. Now, on anything clear, a little trick that I like to do too, and you guys can't see it on camera, but on the inside, when you're applying pressure-sensitive vinyl, you can actually see almost like a frostedness when the adhesive is touching the item, but it's not actually like pushed down. And then once you, it's called burnishing, right? Burnish it, you'll actually see that that frostedness goes away. That's a lot, letting you know that that adhesive is now stuck onto the actual item itself. So I can start to peel from the top, and I know that my mouth I have to maneuver it a little bit to make this work. So I'm gonna start by peeling off the eyes. I'm peeling his eyes. And then I'm just going to cut off my excess transfer tape, and I'll set that to the side, because what I want to do with the mouth is I want to make sure that this is going to fit properly. So I didn't like push anything down yet, and the only reason why is that adhesive is still loose enough for me to pull up just a couple of the edges of my design and then lay it down flat. So all I'm doing is I'm just picking it up enough to be able to lay down the vinyl flat. So you can see now I can peel to the center, and I'm just doing cuts so that I don't confuse you guys. You don't see a bunch of random stuff on here at the same time. And then I'm gonna do the exact same thing, but this time I'll look towards you, or look at you guys for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel it up enough to leave the actual corner, and then I'll pick that up very gently to make sure that I'm not permanently bonding it down to my cup itself. Easy way to do it is if you actually put your weeder underneath the vinyl and you just slide it very gently. But don't pull to where you're actually like stretching out the material. Just very, very gently place it back down. And then now I can go and lay down that other side of my mouth, peel it away, and we have an awesome, cute base to our snowman. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside. I know that there's a couple pieces that have to go together, which are the eyes themselves. We have the actual blue of the eyes, and then we have the white portion of the eyes. So what I'm going to do this time, for you guys at home, I'm going to do the white part first, and then I'm going to go ahead over onto the blue, but I want to show you this parchment trick. Where's my extra? Here we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a small piece of my my actual transfer. Was that just a, oh, my main one fell. That stinks. All right, so when we actually, when we go to lay down our transfer tape onto our adhesive vinyl, okay, our PSV, I'm going to go sort of closer to the edge of my design, leaving enough, at least an inch or so off of one edge, and that's gonna be very important for the next step of this. So I'll go ahead and I'll grab my squeege, give it a couple passes, make sure that it lifts off of the backing, and then I'm going to take a small piece of parchment paper. That one's not going to be thick enough. This one will be thick enough, I think. Yeah, there we go. It's a very small piece of parchment paper, and what I've just done, maybe I'll put it up against my shirt so you can kind of see it. What I just did is I basically put the parchment paper on the back of the transfer tape, okay? Now what I'm going to do with my parchment paper is I'm going to peel back, like I said, about an inch or so of that parchment paper and give it a little relief cut. And the only reason is for the next part, this is going to be kind of pivotal in making sure that the two line up. So I'll take my second layer, all right, or the blue in the eyes, and I'm going to lay down my parchment paper. And one of the cool parts about doing this trick is you can actually see through the parchment paper and see your whole design. So once I have my eye portions lined up appropriately, I'm just going to give it a little bit of squeege down onto the table. This will actually hold my first layer that's already on my transfer tape in place. And then all I simply have to do is roll back my actual transfer tape, peel off the eyes very carefully, and as I'm peeling those off, I can just kind of roll those into place onto the other part of my design, which is the blue portion of the eyes. So now they're all rolled into place, the parchment paper's gone. Give it a couple of passes again with the squeege, and now we can pull off 2 layers at once with our parchment. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put this onto the snowman, and this time I'm using my squeegee to actually hold the whole thing in place, the cookie jar. And then I'm gonna take that same parchment paper one more time. Remember, leaving about an inch or so to either side so that you can lay it down, remove your parchment paper, and it'll stay in the same position so then you can lay it down onto your design. So let's go ahead, put that onto my parchment paper. Okay, and then I'm gonna take it and line it up onto my design where it belongs, right about there. And then now, like I said, I'm gonna lay my parchment, or not my parchment, my transfer tape down and stick that to the actual cookie jar. So now for this portion, what I'm able to do, and I'm gonna try to do this while it's standing up so you can really see it, guys. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fold this over, take the parchment off, and this is the end all be all to make sure that I lined it up appropriately. So let's just go ahead, lay it across. How's that look, Chloe?
Great.
Did I hit it? See, and I did it standing up looking that way. Feel like a real crafter today, guys. For the cookie party?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. And this design, just so you know, too, this design is in Leonardo Design Studio right now. So just type in Christmas. This is one of the ones that'll pop up. All right, so got a couple other little things that I have to put in. I got to put some little cheeky poos in here. I got to go ahead and put a tongue in here. But here's the other cool part about parchment paper. I have my nose, okay? My little carrot nose. I can just, or not parchment paper, sorry, PSV. I can just peel it off and then put it in place. So even for the kids at home, right, you want to get them involved with crafts. You want them to do fun stuff and be creative, not be stuck on video games and all of that stuff their entire lives. Get them in and craft with you. With PSV, you can make it really simple. They don't have to be a perfectionist like we are, right, when we do these kind of projects. They can just play around, and if they make a mistake, remember, it's vinyl, guys. It can come off, right? It's material. Heat transfer materials, pressure-sensitive materials. We can correct our mistakes, but it's a fun little thing to do with the kids. So let me go ahead and put some cheeks in there really fast. Little cheeky poo there. And a little cheeky poo for Adam's cookie jar here. That's it. And then we just have a tongue to add. So I'm going to use a little bit of transfer tape. Reusing the same one, you can reuse your transfer tape. I would say, and I've gotten success out of using it about 3 or 4 times before that adhesive really is just not tacky enough to stick anymore. But use caution because certain materials will make it less tacky or more tacky over time. So with that, let me go ahead and put the tongue down right there. And just like that, we've made, oh, here you go. I'll go on the press side, Trev, so you get a good angle of it. So now we've made a cool little cookie jar. Oh, is that one off?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. I can go forward. I can go forward on that one. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'll go to the front camera. So now, if you're anything like me, and you're a lazy bug, okay, I'll say, yeah, let's do the cookie party. Super awesome. And then I won't make cookies, okay? So I always go to the store. And again, stores that shall not be named. I get myself, I gotta hide them all, get myself the prepackaged cookies. I take my cookie jar just like this. Yeah, go for it. There you go. All right. Oh, you know what? Here, let's guess. All right, here we go. Competition number 1 for everybody in the group. Guess how many cookies are in the cookie jar. Or not in the cookie jar, but can fit in the cookie jar from this pack. And all can be your answer too. So you guys chime in the comments. Play a quick game in here. Chloe, what do you think?
I think, oh, I'm so bad at this.
I
think
suck at like volume and
I
yeah.
can't estimate.
Okay.
19. That seems like a lot.
We got a 19 for Chloe.
Okay, so how many cookies are in the package?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
Fudge.
Was 18. But
Okay.
somebody took it.
All the cookies can fit. Most
Oh, wait,
definitely. Well, show me
17 and a half.
Show,
I
like
amend
turn
my
the cookie
guess.
toward me.
But
Yeah,
no,
they-
but that doesn't mean you're not wrong. This
Yeah,
could
they
completely
all
fill
fit.
with room.
That's true.
We don't know yet. Okay, so Trev, your guess is?
It's all, yeah.
All? Okay. Anna?
Yeah, I'm going all of them.
That's how you, that's that. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, yeah, Adam, what do you got?
Well, I can't say all of them anymore, right? So.
I mean, everybody can guess all of them. That's
Well,
okay.
you know, I'll mix it up. I'll say 16.
16 of them. Okay.
I think you can fit more in there actually.
Okay.
I'm going all plus.
All plus. Okay, perfect. So let's go. We're gonna go 2, 4, 5 first. So 5 to start. Oh, we got plenty of room, guys. And then we got another 6 here.
Wow.
Chloe.
Okay, you better do some finessing in there.
No. I'm just putting them in there. No. If they don't fit, they don't fit. And then another 6 in there.
18.
There we go. And a half from PB. He might have bit that one. All right. So that's 18 of them. So, okay, there's your answer. Your answer is more than what was in this pack. But don't worry, because I got you covered. Because cookies aren't all that people give out on Christmas. Sometimes you get a little breakfast action, you throw it on top. Now we're making a brunch, guys. We got cookies and we got donuts. So,
Okay, we have to settle this debate that we had yesterday though.
what?
Patrick has never heard of a snowball cookie.
Listen,
Snowball?
Amanda's probably going to
A
be screaming at me.
snowball. They're
Like
little,
an Italian wedding cookie?
yes, but they're
Yeah.
made with flour, vanilla. I'm sure
Yeah, you
Sally
get
G
that.
knows
You
exactly what
get
I'm
that.
talking about.
I was gonna get one, and I'm realizing like those have had a lot of hands. I feel like people have been touching them all. Or are they brand new?
These are brand new from this morning. These are spanking
Did
brand
you
new.
just open them, or were
I-
you guys
you
like,
just watched
were you
me
guys
open it.
like grabbing them and throwing?
I mean, I
them
can't
in?
say that I didn't eat a donut or two this morning, but that's about it.
Sarah Clark's already shocked, and so is Ella G.
Really? Of
Yes,
how many can fit in there?
because you guys, I think it'd be so cute to put the little snowball cookies and fill it so it's
Yes.
white, like
Okay.
the snowman.
So, I mean, Amanda's probably going to yell at me if
I
she's
gave you
watching this
one
because I
job.
guarantee we probably have had them before, but I had not heard and or have seen and or think that I've tasted this before. But if I have, I'll take it back publicly. I don't have a problem. So if you're watching, Amanda, let me know. What is it called again?
A snowball cookie.
A snowball cookie.
Someone
Does Nana
else-
make those? Because I'm curious.
Roseanne Heller chimed in and said Russian tea cakes are
Russian
like the snowball cookies
Yeah.
as well.
I've never heard of
But
that one
they're
either.
coated in powdered sugar.
So now, like the angel wings, we make those ones.
No. That's
No, but-
weak.
Well, no,
This
that
is
just says
all-
powdered sugar.
Come on.
Amanda said she's gonna buy you some today, so you know what they look
Please, please, thank you. Please, thank you. All right, cool. So we got 2 done. All right, in 6.5 hours. Oh, Adam, what's up?
There's like at least 20 comments in here that are saying that you should give the jar to me, actually.
Give the jar to you.
Yeah.
Come on, come get it.
Oh.
This is yours. Hey, see, this is your guys' way of helping me out to get Adam on lives. There you go, man. And then Trevin, you can have a field day with those. There you go. All right, so we got Adam's done, we got mine done. Let's move on to Anna's. And we'll speed through this one just because I already have the heat transfer material portion cut, because she told me to pre-cut it. Thank God. But let's go ahead and let's bring into Leonardo Design Studio. We're going to grab a new page here, and we're going to bring in a pattern. Now, this is just a pattern that I found online, so forgive me if you've seen it before or you know where it's from. But I just want to bring this into Leonardo Design Studio. I'm going to set this up just as a background image. Actually, you know what? No, we'll set this up. We'll set it up as background image when we hit next, just to bring it onto our design page itself. Then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to export this. So if you're a Leonardo Design Studio Pro user, you'll export this as a PDF. And then what we're able to do is we'll be able to bring up that PDF right here, and we can go ahead and print it onto our Canon. So right behind me, I have the Canon running. I'm going to throw in some cardstock. Let's go cardstock. All right, so this right here is a thicker cardstock that I'm using right now. I'm going to go ahead and throw that into the printer. If you guys do have, I tested this 2 different ways. If you have a printer that has a rear tray and also has like a rolling tray, so it has a bottom cassette is what they're called, where it will roll the material up, it's best to put the cardstock in the rear tray. And the reason why is that sends, not only because the cardstock's a little bit thicker, it sends the cardstock through the printer a little bit more flattened out than it would if you're using the cassette, because that cassette wants to roll the paper over. And so the heat plus the ink plus the rollers plus just it trying to push it through the printer sometimes can get your paper all kind of discombobulated. So with that, make sure that you use that rear tray if we're going to be using a thicker cardstock. So going into my PDF that I have on screen, I'm just going to hit the print button. And for me, I just need it centered to this cardstock. I'm using this cardstock, and I can cut the scraps off for later of what's left. But I'm going to go ahead and find my Canon one more time here. And then once that's set up, I'll just hit print. So that's actually going to go ahead and print on the printer behind me on the Canon in 1 second or 2 seconds or 10 seconds, no big deal. And while that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and actually grab the other portion of my design, which I've already weeded out. It says Happy Holidays. So what we're going to do is we're going to make, because Anna said she likes to give gift cards, but we can't just have a generic, can't just have like generic gift cards, right? We got to zhuzh it up a little bit. That's the new word that we're going to call it today. Zhuzh. Zhuzh. All right, let me make an attempt, though. Let me make an attempt, because I think this was a debate at one point. Didn't we all go back and forth on this? Or was it, or we were challenging Adam or something on it?
Yeah.
So Adam, you have the official word on how to spell it, right?
Has his mouth full of cookies.
He's literally eating this. He's literally sitting back there eating cookies, guys. Just so you know. All right, so I'm gonna try zhuzh. All right. Country of origin?
I don't know.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Um,
I'm gonna zhuzh it up. All right, so it's J, G. What's it start with?
I would think like Z.
Oh, so you don't actually know, right?
No.
Oh, perfect.
I'm
Okay,
not a
because I think when you were doing this, I'm like, oh, am I doing it wrong? Okay, so I'm gonna go J, U. Adam, I'm looking at you. You already gave me the look, so it's already wrong. J, U, O, U. Everybody knows I can't spell anyway, so it's fine.
I think it would be a palindrome.
I think it's like Z. I think it starts with a Z.
A Z?
Zhuzh.
Okay, well, you guys in the comments put how to actually appropriately spell zhuzh, but I can't see the comments, so it's going to be perfect. But I want to move on to this part of the making this design. All right, so we have our cardstock is printed. We got our fancy schmancy McPattern on here. I'm going to go ahead and get it onto a mat. Do we have a red mat out there? This one?
There's a big one. There's a big red mat, but not a little one.
It's not on that cart in front of us, too?
No.
Dang.
There's another.
Well, hold on. Let me see if the black doesn't have a lot of... Oh, yeah. This one will work. This one will work. We're good. Oh, yeah. You want me to do the reverse? Okay.
The reverse.
So what I'm going to do is take my pattern that we printed out on my cardstock. I'm going to go ahead, and everybody... I know Ellie right now is like, you're using a high-tech mat. We've been using this a ton on video, so bear with me here. This one's been pretty beat up. It's got enough tack to stick, but I think we've probably been using this since... Since we opened up the cutter, I would assume this is our original one, or close to our original one. All right. So with that, I have to do a couple of things with cardstock, guys, okay? Number one, we know it's a thicker material than a regular like paper or heat transfer vinyl. So the first thing I gotta do is I gotta make a quick adjustment to my blade. Normally you want that blade to be about a credit card thickness to actually get through your heat transfer material down to that carrier. But I'm gonna just advance the blade out ever so slightly because we really wanna use the edge of that blade or that angle to really cut through our cardstock itself. So with that, I'm just gonna take my blade, throw it back into the holder, and then I'm going to go into my cut settings. And because I don't currently have a cut setting for cardstock right now, I'm just gonna work from a thicker material that's closer to cardstock. So for me, I think PB, dang it, I gave it away. No, they don't know, it's fine. I could probably start with holographic, you think? It's a little bit thicker material, but not too thick. All right, so we'll start with holographic. I'm gonna give it quickly a test cut just to see if it's cutting all the way through my cardstock, because for this particular project, we wanna make sure that we're actually cutting all the way through. I'll peel up the edge. I see that it did not cut through my cardstock, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little bit more force, and we're actually gonna go up to about 35 here. Give that a little test cut. Oh yeah. Actually,
great
is she in the thing right now? Ellie, please plug Swift Creek for
Yes.
everybody.
Ellie, plug your group, please.
Please, please, please. That should just be a standard. Every time we hop on these, you're more than welcome to always plug that. I'm gonna go up to, so 35 didn't work super well, so I'm gonna go up to 45 on this one. We're gonna go up 10 more on the force, see if we can get through the paper, and if we can't, that's okay, because we can just keep checking those cut settings until we get through. That looks like we're almost there, so I'm gonna go 10 steps more to 55, and then just for good luck, I'm gonna go to 60. All right, so at 60, let's see if we get all the way through the cardstock there. Almost, I'm so close. And see, so you guys, now there's two things. I told you I'm gonna use the white edges for scrap, but in this case, this is a great example of using that just because it's already a piece that, whether it may be wasted or it may not be wasted later, this is a great test piece for us. So I'm just going through right now to check on my cut settings and make sure that I got it high enough to where we'll actually cut completely through the cardstock. So now I'm at 80, which I think might be a little too high, but we'll keep it there if it works. All right, perfect. So we got just a little hair so I'm gonna go up to 90. All right, and I'll leave it there. And I'm not gonna touch it. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, that you'll see is I'm going to still put my blade in the bottom left-hand corner of my pattern now. Treat this like a printed pattern design, right? Put it in the bottom left. We're going to do an area test really quick inside Leonardo to ensure that we're hitting the mark appropriately. So I'm gonna go over to my card itself. I already had this one set up. Now the card has a couple different layers to it. Not only do we have this layer which is heat transfer vinyl, and I'll turn this into black just so you guys can see better on screen. This is a piece that we already have cut out and ready to go and weeded, okay? Now we have two pieces of our actual card, and they're very simple shapes, but I wanna show you how you can effectively create these shapes with a pattern and creating your own pattern. So the back, as you can see, let's go to this green layer really quick. As I hover over this, you can see that there are some additional lines that are cut into this cardstock. This is going to help us not only to hold the front side of our card that will have our HTV on it, but it will also hold the actual gift card itself. Now, I pulled this in direct from your file, Anna, so it was all sized. Chloe, did that cut okay for you the other day? That card, gift card holder?
No, we did not cut, that was not.
Okay, gotcha.
5.5.
Yeah.
Well, you got it.
Like the back side should be 5.5,
The
right?
backside should be 5.5. So if you size it all up at the same, like put it back together and size it all up, it should all.
So it should be 5.5 then.
The green piece, yep.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me do that then. Let's size this really quickly. I'm gonna lock those ratios in, 5.5, and then we're good to go. Oh, not that big.
That should be it.
That's it. Well, what I did is I went to go size it, and then I clicked on the magnifying glass, which isn't good. All right, so 5.5. There we go. And then I'm gonna just change my artboard back to a 12 by 12, just because that's what I kind of like to work from all the time. And then I'm gonna separate my two pieces of my design. So I have my green layer and I have my red layer. My red layer, for the sake of this project, is going to be just white, or white cardstock, and then my green layer is actually going to be the pattern itself. So these are things to keep in mind. A way that I organize as well, if I'm creating a file and I know I might not get to it, until a few days from now or a couple of weeks, or maybe I'm bringing it up from a project I did last year. Inside Leonardo Design Studio, under the Layers tab, I can double-click these layers, and I can just change the actual name to each of these layers. So I can create this printed pattern layer, create this white cardstock layer, and although that these names don't transfer on over, white cardstock, and although these names don't transfer over to my send design menu, which Tony A might be a cool little tip or trick, something to throw in there, but they don't, because the names don't go over, that's not that big of a deal to me. What I really am doing this for is I want to be able to save the file as is, already sized, so that when I have a family member, I have somebody's like, oh my God, I need a last minute thing, I can hop in and I can make this really quick, and I don't have to worry about all of the workaround. So I'm gonna click on Send Design. I already know, again, my green layer, my dark green, the actual part of the design that has the slits in it, that's the side that I'm going to be using for my pattern. So we'll go ahead and we'll send this design over, and then again, my red, I just have some basic white cardstock that we're gonna actually apply my metal heat transfer vinyl to. So let's go ahead and send over that green layer first with all the different slits so that we can make sure that this cuts appropriately. I'm just gonna hit send to cutter. We're not mirroring, we're not doing anything. And right now the cutter is actually working away, getting this design cut out for us. I think 5.5 was too big.
For the biggest piece?
Yeah.
On it? What?
That's all right. We're still gonna use it. That just looks big.
We will see.
We shall see, people. We shall
Is
see.
that the back piece?
This is the back piece, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey man,
Hold up.
don't be questioning.
Dang, that's pretty good. All right, so Anna was right again. Got it. Okay. It just looked really big for some
Yeah, it
reason,
kinda did.
but it's also because it's the back piece. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take now my white cardstock. Here's a little tip or trick that I could have done when I set up my PDF. I could have brought my pattern down a little bit, so I could have just cut my white cardstock and my actual back printed piece all at the same time. But for the sake of this, I wanted to do them separate so I could separate the project, again, just so we don't get confused on parts of the process themselves. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my white cardstock, just a plain white, onto the cutter itself. All right, and you guys probably noticed today I've been using the sidewall a lot as a brace for like my mat. Anytime I use a mat, a lot of times when I line up my mat, I either line it up to the wall on that side or this side. Just something I've been doing a lot lately. It doesn't mean you have to do it, but it's a quick, easy way to make sure that mat stays aligned or stays in a straight line for you. Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you take your mat and put it up against one of the edges, it kind of works as just that guide.
That's
A
genius.
simple guide for you. Genius. There we go. Tell Cricket. I mean, what? Anyways, listen, I'm on another level with that stuff. Everybody that follows me, they know those videos that I've been posting. Anyway, all right, so I got my white cardstock. I'm going to do a quick area test on the red part of my design, which is my white cardstock that we're using. Only reason I'm doing an area test is just to ensure that the actual blade won't fall off of the design itself. So now that I know everything's good, let me go ahead and send that one, and then we can get off to actually making this project, and I'll get out of your hair and stop talking your ear off, guys, I promise. I did this one right here. It is a gold metal, or this one is actually, is it bronze metal is what it is?
Bronzy.
I always call it gold, but then it has like a bronzy hue to it. But yeah, it's a bronze. All right.
Do you know how to spell zhuzh?
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see.
ZHUZH.
So where is the origin of zhuzh then?
Yiddish.
It is Yiddish.
Well, it seems like it's.
Like I knew that. Like I even had an inkling. Like, oh, it is Yiddish.
Yiddish.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
It seems as if the origins are a little confusing.
Okay.
People say it's from their language, or some other people say it's from their language.
Okay, well, there we go. That's, it's 2023,
That's the
people.
world.
We don't know where zhuzh came from, but
We have it.
we know what we're doing with it. We're zhuzhing some projects. Anyway, all right, so with that, now I have to take my white cardstock and my heat transfer material. I'm gonna go ahead and place this onto my press, and I'm going to line up my design onto the cardstock. And if you guys didn't know this, which you should know this, but if you don't, now you do, is that heat transfer vinyl works on cardstock. It works on paper. It works on a lot of different things. So don't be afraid to experiment and try new things. Let's go ahead and might have just thrown my parchment paper, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna grab a piece of parchment paper. Again, with this design, we're gonna kind of heat apply this and set the pressure at the same time, just because, again, with a paper, with a hard surfaces like a wood or anything, I don't necessarily need a full application time. We're just kind of trying to tack it down to adhere it to our actual like cardstock in this case. So I'm gonna go ahead, and as it's pressing, I'm just gonna tighten it up, and we're gonna let that rip and roll, and then now I'm gonna start prepping my actual back piece. So I'm just taking a quick weeder. We'll let that cool off just for a second there. Cold peel with the metal on the cardstock. Yeah, give this, you know, this is not one of those ones you get 5 or 10 seconds. Give it a little bit of time to really cool off on the, when you actually apply it itself. All right, go ahead and peel. I think we need a peel cam, Trev and Chloe. We put in a request for a peel cam where we just do like a really, really hyper zoomed up camera of all the peels. There we go. All right, and I've also, too, just so you guys know, you see me not hesitating with it, but I'm also being careful, because if there's ever any parts of our heat transfer material that start to lift, it doesn't mean your project's ruined, and I think that's a common misconception. All it means is that you need to be able to identify what's lifting up. So if I have a little corner, I'm just gonna lay down my carrier one more time, give it a little heat, let it cool a little bit longer. That just means that I'm not cooling it 100%. So I have one portion of my gift card holder. I have my printed side. I'm just taking my weeder and finding all the lines, and I like to make sure that the lines are all kind of separated. It also gives me, oh no, everything's falling apart over here. It also gives me just a little groove to kind of start in, because as you guys know, if you've ever put paper inside of paper when you're doing cardstock stuff, or you do a gift card or whatever, sometimes you can bend up and break up the paper a little bit. So I always like to make sure that all of those holes kind of started to be opened so that it's a little easier to actually put everything together. Okay, so donezo with that. Take the front piece, and we're going to use the outside slit. So there's two sections of like slits in the paper. There's outbound ones and there's inbound ones. We're gonna use the outer ones for this portion. And if Anna's measurements are correct,
I guess we'll see.
guess we shall see.
Sally G made a good point, just to be careful when you are putting HGV on certain scrap of paper, that some will discolor with the heat, so
Yes.
it's good to test first.
And usually like lighter colors, I find a lot of times are the ones that really do, but check that out. That's pretty cool. I love it, I love it. I actually like this pattern a lot. It was just a
Yeah,
random
good
pattern
call.
that I found, yeah. And then let's go ahead,
DIY custom cardstock.
DIY custom, that's it, make your own cardstock. But to plug, I will plug Ashley. Do you know her actual business page?
Yes.
Plug her cardstock too.
The craft cast.
So everybody has obviously seen Ashley Falco all over Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram, we post all the time, like reshare her stuff too. But she's ripping and roaring through Romeo as well, doing a ton of like paper projects, larger paper print and cut jobs too. So awesome to see. But she also has cardstock too. So you guys, definitely a great place to see. But check that out. We got a little card action going, a little gift card holder. And then this is something, you want me to do cam too? There we go. Little card holder, we've zhuzhed up the front of it, which starts with a Z, we found out. We have our printed pattern in cardstock, and then we have our smiley gift card. I'm gonna just call it the smiley gift card. Listen, copyright people, we're trying here, all right? But there is a really cool holiday-inspired project, another holiday-inspired project, and I know Adam is filling his belly up with the other holiday-inspired project. There were 18 and a half cookies in there. There's now about 11 or 12 in there, so just so you guys know. All right, So we have these really cool, what do you guys think about this? Make sure you're chiming in, heart, heart, heart. Thank you for spending all this time with me. I know when we craft, you know I like to talk a lot, I like to teach. So we spend some time together, but chime in what your favorite project was. What are some things that you're also doing for the holidays as well? And listen, if you're not a big DIYer yourself, okay, I know that there's some of you out there that like to follow us just because I'm entertaining sometimes to listen to, or you're learning every single day. Listen, I got a little list here, okay, of some awesome just gifts that you can give for the holidays. You guys already know some of them. You're going to not know some of them, and you're going to want to know some of them. So just to start, Juliet, Romeo, these are great holiday gifts, especially around this time of year. I know that I've seen a ton of sales out there going around, so make sure that that's something on your list. Hey, a cool thing is maybe you have somebody that has a Romeo, a Juliet, maybe they're using Leonardo Design Studio Basic, but it's the end of the year right now. They're getting all their gifts together. They're crafting away. Sometimes we don't have the extra money for it. Hey, helping somebody out with a Leonardo Pro subscription might be a great opportunity too. Easy Color DTV, or Easy Color Heat Transfer, what we actually made one of our projects with today. You guys know that's a full printable solution that you don't need big fancy printers, because how much can an eco-solvent printer start to run you? 12? 12. It's just 12. It's just 12, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. No, 12 grand. I mean, these are like the minimum starting points. Even some of the smaller eco-solvent printers, they may cost you upwards of 5-6 grand. This is something that we got a simple Canon Prism back here. We have the Epsons that we use all the time. These are cheap, easy to go to the store and grab one at your local retail store and start using Easy Color to make beautiful, beautiful custom ornaments and custom designs and custom projects and all that fun stuff. Another one is, and I think is something that we actually even don't talk enough about and we should be talking more about, sublimation, guys. Something that's really easy to get the kids involved, especially around the holiday time. Here's a cool thing, and I would love for somebody to actually make this and post it if you do make it and say that we told you to make it. It would be awesome at the kids' table to have a big table runner that's all paper and let every kid in their own little section color their own picture, and then at the end of the day, just snip off that paper and go and press a shirt for them. Right now, you're taking their designs. Number one, you're keeping them occupied at the table when it is the holiday times and the parents and the adults are trying to hang out at one table, not to mention what we're doing, and the kids are also at their own table, right? So one of the cool things is you can inspire kids to start creating and also helping you to create really, really awesome things. So sublimation markers are a great one. And sampler pack, really quick. So I just want to show them what it looks like. On Leona's set, she has a sampler pack sitting with a bow on it. So sorry, Leona, we have to take it off, but we'll put it right back, I promise.
There's a question in chat.
Yeah, what's up?
Someone's just asking what type of pens can be used with the Romeo. I mean, not just sublimation, but I think just...
Bic style pens. Anything, and I always say anything with a singular tube body. So like if it's the Bic style pens are always the best, or those size pens. What I always say is like the G2s have the big grips and stuff like that on them, so we don't want to use that, but any Bic style pens work.
Yeah, and what you can do is if you put it in a pen adapter and it feels too loose, you can wrap some tape around the base or the base of the pen so that it holds secure. It just takes some testing.
That's it. And we are coming out with more tools. I can't announce them yet because everybody's going to yell at me if I do, not only because this will run too long, but also because I'm not supposed to say anything yet. But we have some new tools coming down the horizon that may make some of these processes a little easier. I'll expect a text from you in about 5 minutes, Ellie. Because I always like to kind of let her know like what's gonna be cut so she can start working on her stuff too. But back to the sampler pack. I don't think a lot of you guys know this, and if you don't know this is a big opportunity for you. Sam's Club actually carries our material, and if I'm not mistaken right now, Sam's Club actually has a deal going on our material, and you get a really great sampler pack. There's 12 by 12 sheets actually in the sampler pack itself. So it's a really cool one. It also splits up kind of the holidays for you. You got your white, gold, silver, black in one. You got your pink, red, your green, or I'm sorry, your orange and your yellow, and then you got your green, navy, black, and purple, it looks like, in the other. This is an awesome opportunity. So if you have a local Sam's Club nearby, head over there today because you know that the holiday rush is going to happen tonight, tomorrow, and then we know what's coming Friday, right? So get over to a local Sam's Club today or tomorrow. Make sure that you pick up a sampler pack. What's up, Anna?
And there's a big sale going on those.
Yeah, is it, okay, so what is this, what's the exact sale that's going on? Will you find it for me really quick? I wanted to say 10% off, but I don't want to just give out numbers without no. 10, oh, it's 10 whole doll hairs off, guys. That's a given, because I'm pretty sure these were under 30 bucks to start. So they're $20 right now. So for 12 by 12 sheets, 20 bucks. Somebody's got to be posting in the group by end of day today to say, hey, I got a sampler pack at my local Sam's Club. Make sure you shout out your local Sam's Club too if you do in the group. But this is an awesome opportunity. And I know right now that a lot of the stores have restocked or stocked up. So they got a ton of these waiting for you right now. So a lot of really cool gift ideas. If you're not creative and can't make your own things, or you're just not, you're not skilled enough to be using paper and small intricate cuts and stuff, that's okay. What you can do is you can always gift somebody these things, or what I would do, here's the ultimate gift right here, all right? We're gonna cut the whole live and wrap it into one. Get yourself or a friend or a family member who's crafty, get them a Juliet or a Romeo, get them the Leonardo subscription, get them the sampler pack, and then tell them to make all your stuff for the holidays. That's what people do to me at home, so that's an easy way to do it. With that, this was a really, really fun one. Do we got anything else from you guys in the back on the live? Is there anything that I missed? Anything that we want to go over? Any tips, tricks, things that we want to talk about? Okay.
There is a reason we did this just before Thanksgiving.
There may or may not. Anna, why don't you tell them?
Well, there's a ton of Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday sales going on with all of our resellers and distributors.
You guys already know,
So-
Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday. Heck, you're gonna be fat and happy on Turkey Day. We already know this. We have 2 days left, all right? And I'm not putting pressure on anybody. We got 2 days left before the holiday push, before all those family members are coming into town, and all of them are gonna be around your table, and all of them are gonna say, oh my God, I love the gift card holder, and oh my God, you went to Sam's, and we get it. We got a bunch of sales coming up. Make sure that you get out there. But I think with that, we should probably bring on our guest. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up my portion of this, and not to be mistaken, because I know we're identical, not only in height, but the way we look, and our names are the same too. But let's bring on the man on the couch, Pat Boyle, PB, Carhartt fanatic. What's up, buddy?
Okay.
All right. Check it out.
I need to correct you for 1 second.
Oh, wait, is he cut off?
I had a feeling this would happen.
Wait, no, just keep it up really
All
quick,
right,
and he can talk like,
Okay.
no, I'm kidding, you can
I
just
need to correct you. You said it was a couple weeks with a princess. It's actually 3 weeks with a princess. I don't want you cutting off my time. Very important.
Here.
Thank you.
Pop that on there, you're good. Seconds ago.
So thanks for having me on, Patrick,
Yeah.
and everyone. I just wanted to come down from upstairs and say that on behalf of the sales team and everybody involved here at Siser's, Siser North America, we so greatly appreciate everything that you all do, whether you're one of our retail partners like Sam's Club, or our distributors, our resellers, our decorators, end users. We so appreciate everything you guys are doing for us to bring all these phenomenal products to market and get them out in the world. So we want to say happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I'm a big Thanksgiving guy.
Mhm.
I've got all 3 of my kids will be back from school this
Nice.
week, so we'll have time with them, and they're doing their Friendsgiving, so they'll have time with their friends and family as well. Really, it's the food,
Yeah.
right? I'm a big food guy,
It's the
so.
food. Wait, when does this Friendsgiving thing start?
I feel like it's about somewhere around 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's fantastic because we all have our family time on Thursday, and then it's typically on Friday. You get all the kids coming back from school to get back together. So it's a great tradition. I'm a big fan of it.
I love it.
And you mentioned you hear a lot about Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday sales, but Small Business Saturday.
Yes.
Something that we're very, very appreciative of. These small businesses that are in all of our communities are the ones that are doing, I don't want to say the most for the community, but they're doing a ton. All 3 of my kids played all sorts of travel sports, and it wasn't the big retailers or big manufacturers of these uniforms and athletic gear that were sponsoring these tournaments and everything. It was the mom and pop sporting goods store and the mom and pop screen printer and embroiderer or what have you. So yes, you may not get as good of a deal at the mom and pop shop, but that little extra is going to go a
Right.
ton for these people and what they do for all of our communities. So very, very important that we support the little guys, especially this time of year. All year round, but especially this time of year. So
Nice.
thank you again on behalf of everyone at Siser, and we wish you all a great weekend and great holiday season.
Awesome. All right. And with that, like we say, we will be back Tuesday for some more fun and activities. So make sure that you're following along on all Siser platforms across everywhere so that you can find out when we're going live, how we're going live, what we're going to be doing, and all the fun stuff. And with that, as PB alluded to, we love you guys. Have fun, support small business, have a great holiday, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.